Lihaaf, The Quilt, by Ismat Chughtai is one of the most famous and controversial short stories in Urdu literature. Published in 1942, the story explores themes of sexuality, repression, and societal norms. Chughtai, known for her bold narrative style, uses Lihaaf to address taboo subjects, challenging the conservative sensibilities of her time. The story caused a scandal and led to a trial for obscenity, but it also cemented Chughtai's place as a pioneering feminist writer. The story is narrated by a young girl who is sent to stay with her aunt, Begum Jan, while her mother is away. Begum Jan is married to Nawab Sahib, a wealthy man who neglects her in favor of his male companions. The household also includes Rabo, Begum Jan's maid, who provides her with companionship and physical intimacy. Through these characters, Chughtai examines themes of loneliness, neglect, and forbidden desires. The plot revolves around the young narrator's observations of her aunt's unusual relationship with Rabo. Begum Jan, starved of affection and ignored by her husband, finds solace and physical satisfaction in her relationship with her maid. The narrator, with a mix of innocence and curiosity, pieces together the nature of their relationship through her observations, particularly noting the movements and sounds she hears at night under Begum Jan's quilt. Lihaaf. Lihaaf primarily addresses sexual repression and its consequences. Begum Jan's marriage to Nawab Sahib is devoid of affection and intimacy, leading her to seek fulfillment elsewhere. Chughtai portrays how societal norms and expectations force individuals to suppress their natural desires, often leading to alternative, hidden forms of expression. Begum Jan's relationship with Rabo is a direct response to the emotional and physical neglect she experiences. The story is narrated from the perspective of a young girl, whose innocence adds a layer of complexity to the narrative. Her lack of understanding about adult relationships and sexuality contrasts with her keen observations, creating a sense of ambiguity and suspense. The narrator's gradual realization of the true nature of Begum Jan and Rabo's relationship is portrayed with subtlety, capturing the confusion and curiosity of childhood. Chughtai uses Lihaaf to critique the patriarchal structures that confine women to loveless marriages and deny them autonomy. Begum Jan's situation is a reflection of the broader societal norms that prioritize male pleasure and control, often at the expense of women's happiness and freedom. The story advocates for women's right to seek fulfillment and challenges the idea that female desire is inherently immoral or shameful. The quilt in the story is a powerful symbol. It represents both the secrecy and the suffocating nature of Begum Jan's desires. The movements under the quilt, described in ambiguous and often suggestive terms, hint at the hidden aspects of her life and the ways in which she must conceal her true self from society. The quilt is both a cover for her clandestine activities and a metaphor for the layers of repression she endures. Chughtai's writing in Lihaaf is characterized by its evocative and sensory-rich language. Her descriptions are vivid, drawing readers into the domestic world of Begum Jan and the young narrator. The use of a child's perspective allows Chughtai to explore adult themes with a delicate touch, using suggestion and implication rather than explicit detail. This style not only heightens the story's impact but also protects it from outright censorship. Lihaaf offers a critique of the cultural and social norms of the time, particularly those surrounding gender roles and sexuality. Chughtai exposes the hypocrisy and cruelty of a society that forces women into oppressive marriages and then condemns them for seeking solace outside these bonds. The story also touches on the invisibility of female desire and the ways in which women's needs are often overlooked or dismissed. Lihaaf is a groundbreaking story that challenges the taboos surrounding female sexuality and critiques the patriarchal structures that enforce repression. Through the characters of Begum Jan and the young narrator, Ismat Chughtai provides a nuanced exploration of desire, loneliness, and the quest for personal fulfillment. Despite the controversy it generated, Lihaaf remains a powerful and influential work, showcasing Chughtai's courage and literary prowess. The story continues to resonate with readers, highlighting the ongoing relevance of its themes in contemporary discussions about gender and sexuality.